I'm not going to like him again. I'm not going to like him again. Ooh. Woo. I really got to clean up. Hey, Miss Paula. Yes, I'm gonna tell you where I was. I'm definitely gonna tell you, so you'll know why I was not around last week. Hold on, let me put my phone on silent. Do not disturb. I hope you're doing well. Oh yeah, I'm gonna mention all that. So much is gonna happen. I got to tell y'all. So I'm gonna wait for people to come on here, and then I will let you know. Let me get me some water real quick. Hold on. Okay. Whew. Okay. Hey. Giving somebody out of today. Okay. All right. What's up, everybody? Hey, hey. Let me see who's on here. Give me a second, Miss Paula. We're gonna get it going. All righty. Hey, TikTokers. Thank you, Mr. Boxing Podcast. I appreciate that. How are you? I'm gonna tell y'all some I guess I got some vet heavy stuff today to drop on y'all. Hope everybody's doing good. Let me see what time it's 7:06. Okay, so again, if this is your first time here, welcome. Thank you. Please drop a question. You can ask me just about anything. Okay. If I don't got an answer, baby, I will get you one. Okay. So I wanted to let you guys know. Sorry, I wasn't here with y'all last week. If you guys are veterans, then you have an opportunity to do the same thing that I was given the opportunity to do. There is and I want somebody to put this type this in the comments. I'm going to make a video because I'm going to have pictures in the whole nine, but outwardbound.org. So I'm going to type that over here on YouTube. I want somebody to type that on TikTok if you can. Outward, OUTWARD, bound, BOUND.org. They are doing free. Y'all know free is my favorite word, right? Free and bankruptcy. They're my two favorite words. But Outward Bound, they are doing free 7-day trips for active duty and veterans. Okay. So if you know anybody that just need to get away, need a trip, then this is your opportunity to get you one. Okay. I have a lot of resources for vets. I done compiled the list finally. So I'm going to make sure I mention that throughout the show. So if y'all want me to send you the links, I can. But outwardbound.org. I ain't seen nobody type it. Let me just make sure see if anybody typed that. No. How y'all doing on TikTok? So last week, y'all, I was in cold ass Minnesota. Okay. So unfortunately, I was unable to take any electronics because thank you very much, Joe Trigger, outwardbound.org. Please make sure you go. And I'm going to tell you right now, right now, it is a trip that is getting ready to take place in June. They are looking for people to go whitewater rafting. Okay. So they got whitewater rafting trips. They have dog sledding trips, which is the one I went on. They have sailing trips in Key West. They also have rock climbing in North Carolina, and I think it's 4 or 5. Those are the 4 that I can think of off the top. They have 4 or 5 trips that you can take. So if you are interested, you don't have to pay $1. All you do is just fill out the application, send them proof that you are a veteran, and you will be selected because they don't have a lot of people, because a lot of people don't even know about it. But it's an all expense paid. They pay for your flight, um, everything. Okay. The only thing I had to pay for was I was going to a very cold place and I needed stuff. I needed gear. Okay. So I had to buy a couple additional things. But other than that, it is a free trip. So please tell somebody to tell somebody, a veteran, of course, or active duty member, so they can go on these trips. Okay. Stride Boxer Podcast says, so I'm in need for some small capital to extend my business, like 20K. My personal credit isn't good. You know, any sources? Seriously. So if you have a business and you need money, I'm gonna tell you right now, without having good credit, it's gonna be very difficult to borrow money. But if you do need, the best thing I can tell you to get you some assistance would be to go to either a factoring company that will look at your invoices and will give you an advance on your accounts payable. You can go to, those are usually like small money lenders, or you can try the SBA. The SBA is definitely not a fast process to get money, but they do lend. So I would say if you need money, then your best bet is to go to, like one of those hard money lenders and get paid from factoring. Especially if because I hope you're not in business and not making money. So if you got vendors that are going to pay you at some time, they will give you an advance. That's the best thing I can tell you. If not, then we will have to talk one-on-one, Stride Boxing Podcast, so that I can get a bit more information about your business, so that I could probably lead you in a better direction. Okay. So you let me know. Hey, Miss Aura, how you doing? And yes, I'm gonna check that thing for you this evening. Okay, so real quick, another thing, I don't know if you guys know this or not, but over the week that I was gone, I did not know that a video my sister and we did, it went viral. Okay, so the video is a side chick video. If you guys have seen it on Instagram or Facebook or Twitter, X as they call it, if you've seen it talking about side chicks, that is me. Okay, that is me, and that is my sister. We did go viral. Thank you for the haters and thank you for the love. It was a joke, it was a skit. But Miss Aura, you saw it? Oh, did you know it was me? How many of y'all knew it was me? I just came back and turned my phone on, and then all of a sudden I'm looking at my messages, and I got a whole bunch of messages of people telling me I had no idea we went viral at all. We made the video like a month ago. I had just completely forgot about it. And if y'all follow me, y'all know I usually don't even make anything fun. I do strictly how to get to this money, or what to do when you get the money type of videos. And I actually was surprised that it did go viral. So if somebody's hurt and sad, got their feelings hurt, and you didn't find it funny, sorry. People get cheated on all the time. You're either the cheater or the cheatee. So either way, I mean, I can see why I probably made some people feel some kind of way, but oh well. Okay. And thank you, Miss Aura. Yeah, some people said they thought they knew it was me, and some did not. So I just wanted to make sure I had let you guys know. Thank y'all very much for hell. And thank you to them blog sites that posted it. Okay. You saw it, Terry. You knew it was me. Thank you. I appreciate that. You did too, Maureen. Okay. And again, I know people probably didn't find it funny. We actually were at the bar and we were like, you know what? Let's just make a video, and we're going to come up with the most egregious, outlandish, outrageous thing to say, because we knew it was going to get up on people's skin, because we thought it was going to be funny. But some people did not, and some people did. So I'm not a side chick, y'all. Okay, I prefer to be the main chick. And if y'all watch me, y'all will know I want to be the main chick, because I need the insurance. Now, if they want to go and cheat, fine. But when they die, I need the paper. So me being a side chick, never. Unless it comes with some financial benefits. Okay. And side chicks usually don't never come with no financial benefits. So that's just not going to be me. So I'm just put that out there right now. Okay. So thank you. And it is the truth. People do. I'm thinking people been cheating and doing stuff like this for years. So why people so butthurt about it, I don't know, and really do not care. Okay. Okay. Let me see. Hey, Miss Lynn. All right. So what else? Okay. So nothing new, nothing really big new that has popped off or changed. I can tell you just a little bit about what's going on with the IRS. I know a lot of y'all have probably already gotten your refunds, but I just want to let y'all know that the IRS is really, really, really taking into consideration of verifying individuals before they cut refund checks. Okay. Um, I will also caution you guys that if you're getting paid on a debit card, because a lot of people do not have banks. I don't understand why individuals do not have bank accounts. Even if you messed up all the banks that you could think of, there is always a bank that will give you an opportunity. So y'all definitely, hey, Sweetie 52, thank you. I hope you at least got a laugh out of it. I did, and I'm not gonna lie, some stuff was cringy, but that was the whole point. Okay. So yeah, I'm gonna make a video on YouTube because I'm like, I gotta respond because people over here saying all the things they want to say, and I'm gonna let them. So if y'all want to make a video or repost or say something about what we wrote, I have no problem because publicity is publicity, whether it's good or bad. Okay. So I'll be the side chick. And yes, I'm going to get some shirts made because I want people to know, and I'm going to ride this wave as long as I possibly can. Y'all know I'm definitely in it to win it. Definitely not here to be wasting time. And if they're going to talk about me, they at least going to give me some money for it. Okay. So thank y'all. All right. If you do not have a bank, y'all need to be mindful of these new not new, these debit cards. So y'all know I read a lot. Y'all know I read the newspaper, and Green Dot, and I know a lot of y'all know the Green Dot card, but even individuals who are getting their tax refunds put on a Green Dot card, Green Dot is freezing their card because they want them to verify to make sure that the money going in their account is their money, which is crazy because it's not any of their damn business. But now they're throwing themselves into it. So please be mindful if you do not have a bank account and you are using the prepaid debit cards to get money. Okay. The only one that I'm almost certain you probably will not have a problem with is if you are an individual receiving government assistance. I don't know how many of y'all know, but if you receive government assistance, food stamps, Social Security, disability, I could keep going on and on and on, but the federal government actually has a prepaid debit card you guys can use, and I believe it's called Fed Direct. Okay, they'll send you a card. It's your quasi bank. You don't have a bank you go to, but it's a debit card. So if y'all are receiving assistance, it doesn't make any sense not to take advantage of something that they're giving you for free. Y'all know my words. It's okay, they're giving it to you for free. Girl, you've been in the green. I've been in the woods. Okay. I have been in the woods. I'm gonna tell y'all a little bit about the trip in a sec. But y'all make sure that you're taking advantage of Fed Direct so that you don't have to go out here and be paying for these debit cards when they're already gonna give you one if you're receiving any type of government assistance. Okay. Another thing, and please again, drop y'all questions if y'all have them. Now I get a lot of this information from y'all when y'all book these appointments, and y'all, we talk about your credit, we talk about the borrower's defense with the Department of Education. So any of those things, if y'all want to have a conversation, y'all want to talk to me one-on-one, you definitely can go to my website, shamikasaves.com, and you can book me. I had a phone call today. This individual has been trying to get rid of their student loans for a while. Okay. Now, when some of y'all have been trying to go and get y'all student loans dismissed under the borrower's defense, and a lot of you are doing your applications yourself, which is fine. There is an issue with applications when y'all try to do it online. You'll get ready to start typing something, and then it'll erase all the other stuff. And then by that time, y'all gonna be pissed off because y'all done did all this work, and then now it's not working. But the person called Department of Education, and get what Department of Education told them. Now, y'all know I be telling y'all stuff, and I ain't saying I'm psychic, okay? Or I ain't saying I'm always right, but doggone it, I be on the money. Now, I told y'all, do not believe everything that the government tell you because they're going to change the rules. You know what they told this person today? The only way to get rid of your student loans under the borrower's defense is you have to do an application. I've been telling y'all that for 2 years. Okay. Now I know some people probably don't want to. Y'all just want to wait around, and I don't have no problem. Do whatever you want. It's your loans. But remember, we only have until the end of 2025 to get rid of these loans. And then after that, what's going to happen? If y'all loans have not been dismissed or discharged, they're probably still going to sit there. Okay. Or it's going to take a long time for them to do it. So if your school is on the list, okay, and y'all know I will send you the list, do your application and stop waiting for them to automatically discharge your loans, because they are not going to. I do not believe that they ever would anyway. Because if they did, it's not that hard for them to know which students went to a school. Okay, we all have names and we all have socials. If they really wanted to dismiss these loans, they would have. But you're going to have to do it yourself. So if you need assistance with the application, it is 25 pages. Okay, hit me up. The work is already done. I just need your information to add to it, send it to you so that you can send it off. Okay, because the wait time is upwards of a year, and we only have a year left. Okay, so the sooner y'all get this done, the sooner y'all get this going. All right, let me see the questions y'all got real quick. Divine Heart Love says, hey, Shamika Saves, I need to change my LLC to an S Corp. I think it's too late to do that for this year. I'm assuming you asking a question, so let me answer that. If you want to change your LLC, and y'all know, you pay attention, y'all know I am not a fan of LLCs, because a lot of you cannot use it the way that you want. Y'all want to make money, but not report it with your personal taxes. And if you have an LLC, you have no other choice but to do it, because LLCs are you. You are the owner of the business as an LLC, as having an LLC. So that means you have to file it on your personal taxes. So if that's not what you want to do, then what you do is you can fill out a form. I believe it's called 2498. I got to get the IRS form. You can ask the IRS to change your business status. It makes no sense to close the business because you already have it. You already got an EIN. All you need to do is fill out an application, an IRS form. And I'm gonna look it up. And basically, you're telling the IRS to treat your LLC like a corporation. A lot of y'all did not even know that y'all can do that. So you do not have to get rid of your LLC, Divine Heart Love. All you need to do is fill out an application, and you can choose to be an S Corp, or you can choose to be a regular corporation. I'm going to tell you this. S Corps get taxed a little less, but you are still going to be double taxed. I'll explain what that means. When a business makes money, and I'm not talking about an LLC, because so if I had an LLC and I earned and the business earned $100,000, that means Shamika earned $100,000. But if I have an S corporation or a corporation, then the corporation earned $100,000, not me. So it's going to be taxed then. But then, since you work for the corporation, you are now an employee, which means you have to pay yourself, which means when you pay yourself, you get taxed twice. Okay. So any type of corporation, S Corp or regular Corp, you will be double taxed. If you have an LLC, you are taxed one time. Why? Because you are the business. Whatever your business earned, you earned it. Okay. So I want to make sure y'all understand that. Now, what the IRS likes, they do not like you to switch and go back and forth. Okay. So if you elect to change your LLC to be treated like a corporation or S Corp, you can only do that once every 5 years. So if you're going to do it, do it. But don't make no changes after that, because the IRS will, y'all already know they slow. Okay. Y'all already know how long it takes them to get through what they're doing. You're going to mess yourself up and you're going to confuse them. And next thing you know, you're going to red flag yourself and then you probably be out of it. So I will get you that form number in a second. But you definitely, let's see, hold on. IRS form election for let me see. How do I want to say it? For okay, hold on. And I'm gonna tell you the name of the form so that you can do it. Okay. And then I'm gonna get to TikTok and look at y'all comments in just a second. Okay. It says yes, because I couldn't file my taxes unless I had a second owner, which I don't, but my mom allowed me to use her and she's on Social Security, but I haven't made any money because I have a couple. Okay, so the form is 8832. Okay. So if you want to change your business status with the IRS, you don't have to close your business down. You can change the way that it's treated. That's form 8832. Okay. So what you're talking about, so just so y'all know what's going on, because I'm on here on YouTube, but Divine is saying that she wants to change her LLC to be something else. And I'm assuming you, let me read that again. Haven't made any money because okay, so you haven't made any money on your business yet, which is understandable. If you haven't made any money in your business, I don't know why you would change it right now, unless you got something else going on that you might not want to say here because the people might be watching. Okay, but if you want to talk to me offline, I will give you the best advice. If you haven't made any money on the business, I don't see the purpose of changing it right now, unless that's just something you want to do because you have future plans for something else. Okay. All right. So let me go back to what y'all saying real quick. It says, hi, I've been looking for the IRS area to get my yearly earnings that you spoke about. Okay. So have you found it, user 862? Somebody just sent me a screenshot the other day, so I know it's still there. I wish I could show y'all what it looks like, but I soon am. I'm hoping that now I'm a bit more settled that I'll be able to do my live with the actual board so I can show y'all some things. Okay. All right. But the 4 sections, I know what you talk about. If you go to the IRS website, there are, oh, y'all can't see that. Damn. There's going to be a return transcript section. The return transcript is basically a copy of the taxes you have already filed. If you see a star next to any number year, that means the IRS does not have taxes for that year. I have had people who have actually filed taxes, but when we go to their transcript section, it shows there is no taxes. That tells me that the IRS is probably holding your information up because you did not verify yourself. So if any of you are waiting now for your refund and you haven't gotten it because due to verification issues, if you were to go to your account, you're probably going to have a star next to 2023 because your taxes are technically not filed because they're filed. They've been submitted, but they have not been processed. So to the IRS, there's nothing on file. Okay. The other section is record of account transcript. I don't know why they have it. It is almost the exact same as the return transcript. I don't know too many people that need that one. And then you have the account transcript. Another duplication, in my opinion. A lot of these are kind of duplicates. It says the account transcript would be where you would go if you have amendments. But the crazy part is you can see that in your return transcript too, but whatever. And then the most important piece is the wage and income. It used to be wage and earnings, but now it says wage and income. So if you are a person that you need to file back taxes and you don't have your forms, you need to go to the wage and income section, the wage and income transcript section, to get those old transcripts so that you will be able to file. Okay. Hey, Luna. All right, let's see. It says, how much does it cost me to do the app for the bar? Okay, so when I do the borrower's defense application, I charge y'all $75 for one. If you have more than one school, I go down to $60, I believe, because it's a duplication of effort. Okay, so the more schools you have to have the application done, the cheaper the price is. But $75 is just for when I just do one app. Okay. And the turnaround time is like 4 or 5 days so that you can go ahead on and get it back, sign it, put your social on it, because I don't need your social, and you go ahead on and certify it, mail it to the Department of Education so that no one can say that you did not do your part. Because I'm going to tell you what's going to happen. And I usually ain't been wrong. They're going to come back and say, we had these forms available. You guys did not apply to get your loans discharged, and that's why you still have them. And then what's going to have to happen is whenever we get the new president or whoever the president is going to be, they're going to have to probably come up with another executive order or something to make the Department of Education remove all of these loans because y'all are still carrying them. Please hit the like and share button. I appreciate y'all tagging the one that y'all like. Again, I appreciate y'all support. Y'all know I get on here and I get to going and forget to tell y'all to share and tag. But I really want y'all to get serious about doing these applications because I'm telling you, we are already almost in the middle of 2024 and 2025 is going to be here in no time. And you're going to get caught up with election season. We're going to get caught up with the changes because changes are going to come. Whenever we get a new administration, there's changes, tax changes. There are going to be a lot of changes. And I don't want you guys to get so caught up and forget that you need to do it. Also, why carry a debt that is technically not yours? If you want to buy a house, you have student loans on your credit, you're going to qualify for less than you would because you have debt. And y'all have to remember when y'all are looking at to buy a house, they do debt to income ratio. So why carry a debt that you don't need? So please take it serious and do this application and make sure y'all tell people, because I'm shocked of how many people haven't told someone else to, hey, you got student loans? Did you go to any of these schools? You know you can get these loans removed. Why not? Be a blessing to somebody and tell somebody. Because I don't care. It's right in my favorites on my phone. As soon as I start talking to somebody, let me send you this. Hold on. Did you know about this? Let me send you that. Okay. Why hold it? Y'all know me. I ain't gatekeeping nothing. I'm telling you. Okay. I want you to know. All right. So anybody on YouTube, if y'all got any questions, y'all please make sure y'all drop those. Okay. It says, what business entity you recommend if not the LLC? I always recommend you have a corporation. Okay. Now, if you want to have an LLC, that's fine. But people only created LLCs because of COVID and when everybody was getting that pandemic money. It was LLC, and people don't understand the tax implications of creating a business. I don't care if you create business. I think everybody should have a business. Now, here's what I will say. If you want business credit, create an LLC. It's the easiest one. Okay. But remember that if you do have that, any money that business makes, your personal self has made it. So it's not separate. So you can't say, oh, well, my business earned this much and I earned this much. No, because your taxes says you earned all of it together. So I would create an LLC just for business credit purposes only. I wouldn't do anything else with that thing. I would keep my credit good and I would just use that business to get additional credit. But then when it came time to earning money, I would be a corporation. Let me tell y'all, Walmart is not an LLC. Target, they are not an LLC. Look at all of these big companies out there. They are not LLCs. That's because they have people that they can talk to that lets them know that an LLC is not the way to go. And it is not. Okay. Especially from a tax perspective. A lot of y'all are hurting yourselves. Okay. I just talked to someone else today. She's a real estate agent. And I said, how are you getting paid? And she said, a 1099. And I said, okay. Y'all see Max over here? Look at him. I said, are you getting paid under your social or your EIN? And she didn't know. And I said, well, I already know. The fact that you don't know lets me already know that you're getting paid under your social. But that is not how you want it. And I ain't going to get into why, because that's her personal business. But based off her situation, it was not going to be conducive for her. So I told her today, hey, first thing you need to do, create your corporation, get your EIN, and go back to that job and change your paperwork and tell them to hire the business that you're an employee of versus hiring you. And you can do that even though you're a real estate agent. So if you have a 1099 job, and they are paying you 1099, because remember, 1099 means you're an independent contractor. That means you have a business anyway. Make sure you are doing all that you can to keep your taxes low and to keep your income separate. So if you, for example, if you do Uber, you do Lyft, Now, you don't have to say that's your only job. Okay, you may want to get paid under your social. But if you work, you have a regular job and then you do this on the side, why not separate the two so that you can show you have business earnings and you have um personal earnings, okay? To me, it's helpful because you can do business credit. It's a lot of things that you can do. But again, that would be something if y'all want to talk one-on-one to find out if that's the best move for you, okay? But this right here is just good information so that you do know, because a lot of people do not know this. It says for the application you do to borrower's defense or the school closing. So the borrower's defense is for the school's closing. The borrower's defense is for you went to a school that lied, like ITT Tech, that made people pay $70,000 and $80,000 to go, and you can't get a better job than you did if your ass just worked at McDonald's. Okay, so the borrower's defense is basically you saying to the government that I have a defense that I would like to get my loans discharged based off the money that I borrowed from you guys, which is how you got your student loans. And because the school lied or the school closed down, or a lot of people are flunking out. It's a bunch of reasons why you could do the borrower's defense. That is why you would do the application. Okay, so basically you're saying this is why I feel I should not have to pay y'all back. Okay, so if you don't want to have to continue to owe this debt, I strongly suggest y'all do these applications. And your school doesn't just have to be on the list to do the borrower's defense. I mean, you could have went to University of Texas in Austin, okay? And as long as you feel that you have a reason why you should not have to pay these loans back, you can fill out the application. But the ones that I'm talking about today are the people whose school is on that list, because a lot of you are not filling out the application and your schools have already been approved to discharge, to give you your loans back. I mean, excuse me, to take your loans away. All right. And if you're a veteran, if anybody's watching a veteran or you know a veteran, here I go, Sharon, dropping them gems. If you're a veteran and you use any of your GI Bill, you use any GI Bill to pay for these same schools that you are asking the government to discharge your loans for, you need to go back to the VA. They do now have an application out that you can apply to get reinstated up to 12 months of GI Bill. Now, I don't know about y'all, but that sounds like some money to me, okay? Because if they're going to give you it back, that means, yeah, you can go back to school. No, you're probably not going to be able to get a degree in 12 months, but at least you could be in school and at least have gotten some more money, okay? So it's not a waste, all right? So don't let anybody tell you that you cannot. Make sure you get that time back, okay? And your money back, because that's money that you're leaving if you don't. All right. So please don't have been one of those people and you tell me you're a veteran and you did not go and get that money back. Okay. Because a lot of y'all want that extra change, especially now. Okay. All right. Wage and income. Okay. Yes, that's it. All right. Let me see what else, y'all. Remember to drop questions if y'all have them. Y'all know this is what I love to do. Okay. It says, what happened to the loan relief that you didn't have to fill out an application that was in court? That is exactly what I'm talking about, Erica. They said, oh, you don't have to do anything. It's going to happen automatically. The guy just got on the phone call today and he called me and he said, I'm pissed because I heard you say we don't have to do the application. And he says, but when I called, they told me I'm going to have to do it. And that's exactly what I've been telling y'all. Do not sit back and let these people tell you, oh, don't do nothing. We're going to fix, we're going to take care of it. If I borrow money from you and I told you I was going to pay you back, and then you see me all the time and I don't mention it, you just gonna let me keep walking around, or you gonna ask me where my damn money at? Y'all gonna ask me. So I do the same thing with the government. Y'all said I can do this. What I need to do to Harriet? What can I do to help y'all help me? Because I'm not gonna sit there and wait, because I'm telling you, mark my words, y'all. Next year or the end of 2025 or the beginning of 2026, it's gonna be a bunch of people probably trying to sue the government because their loans did not discharge. And I've been saying this for 2 years now, to do these applications. Let's stop waiting. We need to get them done. You're going to have to wait a year anyway. So just do them, sit it in, and that way you have proof that you did something. So when it's time to go to your attorney general or when it's time to go to your congressman and say they didn't do what they needed to do for me, you can show proof that I did my part. They did not do theirs. Okay, that's how you got to play with these folks. Okay, because they definitely want you to do your part and take your money, but y'all got to do y'all part to get that money back. All right. Okay, Ms. Ora says, Miss Shamika, 5 more months to get my student loans forgiven. I'm at 115 of 120, almost there. I know that's right. I know that's right, Miss Ora. Okay. I'm telling you, y'all need to get them. And then remember, when they forgiven, y'all still got to wait for them to take them off your credit. So you got more time to wait. These people want you to rush, but they take their time. So I'm telling you, don't drag your feet, y'all. All right. I have the school list, the queen. It is if you like, send me a message. I prefer y'all send it to my Shamika at my shamikasaves.com because it comes right to my phone versus me going on TikTok. But if you can't remember, all I need is for you to send me your email. If you send me your email, or you can send me your phone number, I'll text it. It don't matter. I will send you the list. Okay. I was just talking to a girl. She went to school. She went to culinary school in Charleston, South Carolina. Now, y'all know anytime somebody tell me they're going to school, I said, what school you went to? She said, I went to Johnson & Wales. I said, girl, they gave you a free damn cooking culinary certificate for a school that they turned around and giving your money back for. So you done went, I'm glad it was free, but stuff like that. It's other people that probably went that didn't have the opportunity to get a scholarship to go for free. And it makes you wonder, why are they giving away free culinary certificates and the school's no good? Okay, so these schools got all that money from the government on your behalf. You need to make sure you're removing these loans so that you are not stuck with them, because they will definitely leave your behind stuck. Okay, and that's what we don't want. All right, I'm gonna look. Let me see if I got let me see if I snapped any pictures or anything. I got some. Okay. All right. Yeah. So Miss Queen, that's how you do it. So send me a message, your email or the phone, whichever one. It don't matter. And I will send you that list when I get off of here so that you can go and do it. And again, you can do the bars defense application on your own. Thank y'all very much for sharing the live. I appreciate that very much. Y'all support and all that. Okay. Look, I would like to go viral for doing what I do on Mondays and on my YouTube channel than that doggone video. But you know what? God works in mysterious ways, so I'm not complaining. I'm just gonna ride with it. Okay. Whatever way for y'all to get to know what I do and how I do what I do to help y'all is good for me. Okay. So thank y'all for sharing that. All right. It's Eastern Florida. Eastern Florida ain't never gonna be on that list, unfortunately. Okay. Any of the really big name schools, you probably will not find them. You are going to find a lot of online schools, a lot of technical institutes. Basically, if the school ended in institute, it's on the list. Okay. Because one company normally owns all of them. And if your school had a name change, that does not mean that you didn't qualify. Okay. Because somebody told me the school changed the name. They were going with one name and now they changed the name. Well, of course, they're going to change the name because they got sued and they don't want people to know that that was the school. So just because the school name changed, y'all need to verify to make sure that you cannot do a bars defense on that. Miss Lynn, all you got to do is just send me a message and it'll have your phone. Go to shamikasaves.com, send me a message, and then I'm gonna text you what I need. And then all you got to do is just text me the information back, and then we'll prepare the form, and then I'll send it back to you. I don't even charge y'all until after the work is done, because it's a service. So I don't do it until your form is complete. Okay. So if y'all want assistance with that, I have no problem helping you out. I just want y'all to get it in and sent off. Okay. MATC Community College. MATC Community. So I doubt that's going to be on there too. I've not seen any community colleges. And you got to realize now, community colleges are state-funded colleges. So I doubt very highly any community college will ever be on the list. But again, I have no problem sending it to you, but I have not seen not one community college on there, unfortunately. Okay. Let me see if, look, now y'all dropping these names. Hold on. If y'all want me to look, I will tell you. All right. So while we're doing that, I just want to let y'all know I just found out something that was pretty neat. Because majority of us all have Amazon Prime. Now, if y'all want it, y'all know I'll send it to you as well. what it was it again? All right, because this is in alphabetical order, so I'll be able to let you know. That school is not on there. Bo Hecker. Mm-mm. Now I do see some that have college. Nothing that says community college, but I do see some that are ending in college, but not community college. And the Bo Hecker one is not on there either. But again, I will definitely send it. And especially a lot of y'all who are CNAs and y'all going to Gwinnett, because Gwinnett College changed its name. But Gwinnett is definitely on the list. And it's a lot of women I know got these are CNAs, and y'all went and got y'all certification from these schools, and y'all are the main ones need to get these loans off, because I know they overcharged y'all anyway. Okay, so get them off. Form 8832, need help, and what about Full Sail? Full Sail is so hey Kendra, so Full Sail is, because I did do one for someone, but all right. Okay, so Full Sail is not a part of this lawsuit, but Full Sail does have or has been sued under the same not sued. Well, I guess you could say sued. People have been putting in bars defense applications for Full Sail. Okay. Now, unfortunately, they are not going to tell you which applications get approved or unapproved. Okay. But I just did a search for myself and I saw that people had done it for Full Sail. So if you want to, it can't hurt to see. As long as, again, it's based off of your opinion of you felt like they lied or misrepresented themselves. But Full Sail has been, they have had the bars defense done against them. So if you want, just send me a text, Kendra, and I'll get the info from you, and then we can do that. Okay. All right. Let me see. So y'all be so intently watching. All right. So let me go back to Amazon Prime. If you have Amazon Prime, here goes something y'all probably did not know. Amazon is now allowing, I'm gonna pull it up so I don't want to be mistaken. They have movies. Okay. So they have something called Prime Premiere. So if you're an Amazon Prime member, I'm telling you, that damn Jeff Bezos, he is getting into everything. You will be able to go and see certain movies for free with a popcorn and a drink. Is because you're an Amazon Prime member. You do have to go to the site, and y'all can type it in yourself, Prime Premiere. So y'all can do Amazon Prime Premiere, and you will be able to see what movies they have available. You can select that movie there. You put in your Prime information, and basically they're letting you go to the movies for free. Okay, so that's just another perk of having an Amazon Prime. All right. I mean, as hell, because don't we all have it, because we need all our packages to get here early. So if you have it, it's good to know another perk that you have. Yes, Supreme, all my lives are streamed on YouTube, so you're able to definitely go back and watch this at a later time, anytime that you want to. I do this every Monday, and I am going to, now that I'm settled, I'm going to start making more videos, more new stuff. But I feel like all my old stuff is great, because all that stuff I was doing was way before time. And it's like all my old stuff is the stuff a lot of y'all need right now. Okay. The high school diploma for people who didn't get it, veterans, tons of information for my veterans. So definitely check that out if you have not. Let me see what else I screenshotted for y'all real quick. Hold on. Want to make sure I didn't miss anything. Then I'm gonna get back and see if y'all have any questions. I said I'm gonna post this. This is crazy, y'all. All right. So somebody had contacted me to have me look at their taxes, and they were wondering why they have not gotten their taxes from last year. Okay. So I said, well, let me take a look at your return and let me see what the person did on your taxes, because that usually will give me an idea if it's a regular processing issue or what. Now, y'all know I'm always blown away when people be hooking people up with taxes. I do understand. Okay. I definitely do. But this person is expecting to receive $83,567 in a refund. And when I saw that, I said, Max, are you farting? My dog. Sorry. So I'm thinking $83,000. And so I started looking through the return and I said, okay, so your income was 140,000 and you want the government to give you 83,000 of that income you earned back. Mind you, this was a fuel credit. Now, if y'all watched my video, I had told y'all already that a lot of people are going to be using the fuel credit to get people large refunds because we only have this year, 2023, and next year, 2024, and it goes away unless they choose to extend it. So I do understand that people who don't have jobs, I know y'all go to y'all tax person, and I'm talking to somebody out here, okay? I know y'all go to y'all tax person and y'all be like, man, just get me something. Okay, I get it, okay? I don't pass no judgment. But $83,000 refund, come on, y'all, okay? And I had to tell her, you ain't got paid because the IRS, they're not going to give it to you. I really don't think you're ever going to see this money because they know there's no way a person, even if you really did make $140,000, there's no way you use that much fuel, and I mean fuel as in gas, to have them pay you $83,000 in a refund. Y'all have to be smarter with y'all fraud. Okay. And that probably sounds crazy as hell to say, but I have to talk in terms of which y'all will understand. And if you're going to do something, and y'all know, I tell you all the time, if y'all going to lie, y'all need to lie better because this is a horrible one. And then she said, well, my sister didn't get one either. And I said, well, send me your sister's refund information. $26,000 back. And they did the same exact thing. And you know what happened with the sister? The IRS basically told her, we know this is fraud. Now, I don't know why they didn't say it with the one with 83. I personally think they're not saying it on purpose because they probably holding out. But y'all have to understand, these are not typical refund types amounts. So when you have these super large amounts that you're expecting the IRS to pay you, you are absolutely shining a spotlight on yourself. And then to top it off, and then I'm gonna get to your questions, I said, let me see who prepared it. Let me just see if their name or their phone number or the P10. Y'all remember I told y'all about this P10. That's how the IRS knows who is who. Nothing. This person didn't even put an initial on the page, which basically tells the IRS that you prepared your own taxes and you put all of this, and this is how you got this refund. Don't allow people to set you up for failure because you are financially hurting. Okay. A tax refund is not to put you over the top. Your tax refund is really just money to help you catch up on some damn bills. And that's if you deserve to get a refund for those who actually paid taxes. Okay. Now I understand. I told them, I said, look, I don't want to know who did it. I'm not passing no judgment on what y'all did. I'm just answering your question based off of where you are. But when I see amounts like $26,000 and $83,000, y'all are crazy. We have to do better than this. This is why you're from here on out, probably for the next couple tax seasons, they're going to have to always come down and verify themselves because the IRS is going to be paying attention to your refunds. Absolutely. They're going to pay attention to your refunds. And another thing, they're going to pay attention to the refunds to the tax preparer that they are paying attention to. So if they have their eyes on a tax preparer, every person that got their taxes done by that person will also be looked at. So you don't really get to escape. So your best bet is to make your stuff look as decent as possible so that you are not causing yourself to be in a situation. Okay. And I'm not lying. 83,026. I'm not lying. I got it right here. I said I was gonna wait a couple days before I had posted it because I didn't want her to think that, like, I was picking at her. But I have to use y'all situations to show you. Like, nobody doesn't think this look funny. The person that did their taxes didn't give a damn because they just threw some numbers in there to get them a high refund. And the IRS ain't cutting you checks that to buy you a house or a condo, because $83,000, that's a whole car. Okay. In some places, that's a whole house. And they ain't doing it for somebody that's 30. Most of the time, what kind of job y'all have that's going to give you a refund like that? Y'all act like the IRS is not regular people. They probably watching this. They regular people. So we just have to be smart about that. Okay. All right. Let me see. Ms. Ora says, hey, Shamika, when getting your credit reports through the mail, can you give me the website that gives the whole report? Maybe this is Sweetie 52. Great question. Y'all remember I told y'all. Now, y'all know this is for entertainment and educational purposes only. All right. I have to say that. But I told you, y'all want them credit reports. Y'all need to get the full, actual hard copy paper, and you will be hard pressed to find anybody that will give it to you. Because you know what y'all going to tell me? Oh, well, I can just go to Experian and print it out. Okay. Well, you do that. And then I'm going to order mine from annualcreditreport.com, which is where I told y'all to go. And I'm going to compare my credit report from Annual Credit Report, the real one, to the one y'all print out. They give y'all them fake phony ones that y'all can print out. One, because they're trying to save paper. Two, because they don't want y'all to have, and I told you, them geographical codes. Y'all need those report numbers, and y'all need those codes that come with your actual credit report, so that they have no leg to stand on when you guys get to disputing. Okay, they already know that y'all don't know enough about credit anyway, so why not muddy the waters even more by giving you a watered down version of your credit report? Now, I told you the only way you're going to get that copy is you're going to have to call the line to say, yes, you have visual impairment. Okay, now they are going to have you say it. And when you get when you agree that you have visual impairment, they will then send you a paper copy of your credit report. The words are going to be big, which is good, because now you'll be able to see all your stuff nice and clear. Okay. Again, I'm not telling people to lie to get their credit reports, but it's a shame that we even have to do this to get a report when we used to be able to get them for free anyway. Remember, if you were denied a job or you were denied credit, you can call and they'll send you a copy in the mail. They don't do that no more. And they don't do it anymore for a reason, because they want your credit to continue to be trash so you can never get anything. If everybody had good credit, baby, these banks will be out of business because they would have to give everybody a low interest rate. Okay. Credit One will be out of business. First Progress will be out of business. Total Milestone Card. I look at y'all credit report, so I know all of these companies that charge y'all these ridiculous 29.99%, they will be out of business because everybody's credit will be good. So how do they keep your credit bad? By hiding the main details from you. So you do need to get a copy of your credit report. If you don't do nothing else this year, do your borrower's defense so you can get them student loans discharged, and you need to order your 3 copies of your credit reports from the 3 bureaus, but you can do all of it on annualcreditreport.com. You can, I told you, go to their website. You got to go all the way down to the bottom. Okay. Another thing, y'all see how hard they make it to even find out how to do it, but you got to call, and you got to call the visual impairment hotline, and that will punch a couple buttons, and this is my birthday, and this is the last 4 of my social, and baby, them reports will be to you in 7 to 10 days. And I promise you're going to be like, damn, this doesn't look nothing like what Credit Karma has. And it doesn't, and it won't. They have so much stuff on there, y'all will be surprised. Okay. Now, I'm not going to try to pull mine out, because I don't want nobody to, I'm just going to tell you what's on it. Okay. Right. So you're going to see how many times your bank had overdraft. It's going to show you your promotional inquiries. That's how they selling y'all information. All of that stuff. You won't know if you don't pull your reports, because Credit Karma, like I said, Credit Karma, Experian, none of them places are going to show you the real copy of that report. Okay. All right. It says, Mr. Shamika, I'm doing some more taxes, and the lady who did it used TurboTax, and it says he prepared his taxes. Yes, when you do TurboTax, that is a self-prepared software. So it's not going to have anybody else's name on it. Okay. But what a lot of people are doing, I'm going to tell you, I told y'all, this is what the tax scammers are doing. They'll tell you to give me your login TurboTax. I'm going to prepare your taxes. I'm going to put all kind of BS on there. but their name is not going to show up. So basically, if anything were to happen, you are left holding the bag by yourself, and that is what you have to be mindful of. Again, I don't care who do your taxes. I mean, I can do them, but the point is, you need to see what they're doing to get y'all these refunds, and their damn name needs to be on it. Okay, that's the only thing that I love about having the software, is because when I do it, my name gonna be on there, so that if anything go wrong, well, baby, we in this together. If you're doing it in TurboTax for somebody, they on their own. Okay, so y'all have to think about that. And then why am I gonna pay somebody to set me up, and then I got to go and stand in front of these people by myself, and they home free? Okay, that sounds stupid. That sounds like working backwards to me. So y'all have to be mindful of paying these people that. Okay, that is why they tell you to do it on TurboTax, because they don't want to put their name on anything. And then you got to figure out, I wonder why they don't want their name on it. These are the questions you need to be asking, instead of like the lady trying to get an $83,000 tax refund and wondering why she haven't got paid. And she is not going to ever get paid. She is just not. Okay. All right. Credit One is terrible. Credit One is probably the worst. Okay. But see, Credit One stays in business because people have bad credit. So basically, we pay for these people to stay around, and that's not, it should really be the other way around. Okay, they should be paying us to utilize them, but a lot of people can't. Credit One will basically give you a $300, $500 credit limit, and baby, that's about as much as you're gonna get. They don't want you to add anybody as an authorized user because they charge you for that. Credit One smart. They're gonna nickel and dime you for every little thing. Try to make a payment right away. That's $10. Okay, they nickel and dime you. All right, so we want to stay away from these, but the only way you can do it is by getting your credit together. And I know I say that all the time, and I say it like it's so easy, and that's really because, in my opinion, it is easy to get your credit fixed. I just saw somebody put a post last night on Facebook and said, I'm tired of paying all this money to people to fix my credit and nothing's being done. Well, that's the biggest game out there. They're going to beat you over the head with these prices for credit repair, and they can't remove a damn thing. Okay. Y'all know I got a free credit repair site that y'all can go and do it yourself. The main thing that y'all have to do is you have to understand what you need to do to remove it. If you have to be your own advocate for your own credit, just going to somebody and saying, handle this ain't going to work, because what's going to happen is you're going to be right back in the same situation because you don't even understand how you got there the first time, or what to do in the event you're in that situation again. Okay. So what's the information on the student loans? Sonia, basically, the borrower's defense application, I'm just letting everybody know that they need to have it done, because remember, the end of 2025 is when these are supposed to be taken care of, and I want y'all to get your applications in, your borrower's defense application, okay? Because time's going to go by fast. We already getting ready to end. Tax season is getting ready to end. Okay, if you guys have not filed, please make sure you put in for your extension, which gives you until October. Let's see, what else? Yeah, you're gonna forget. You're gonna be busy. You're gonna be moved on to something else, and you're gonna have forgotten that you need to do it, and then you're gonna be sitting there mad that you didn't get it done. And okay, so I want y'all to make sure that y'all do that. All right, that's very, very important. Hey, Trash Girl, it says I'd rather build credit through Discover or Capital One versus Credit One. Absolutely. Okay. And y'all got to realize too, when y'all have these accounts on your credit report, I know some of y'all be happy that you have credit, and I'm happy you have credit too. But if I'm a person that works for the bank, and say I work for American Express, and all I see is First Progress, Merrick Bank, Credit One, I already know everything I need to know. I know that I'm going to go ahead on and charge you a high interest rate because they are too. If they can do it, why can't I? So sometimes those things aren't even great to have on your credit. Now, yes, we can use it for rebuilding to get you on your feet. But you know how many of y'all rebuild your credit with those companies and then y'all don't pay those? I don't understand. You get self-lender, and self-lender is a trade line to help you build credit, but then you don't pay them. What's the point of even trying to attempt to fix your credit if you ain't going to go through with it? We have to stop biting the hand that feeds us. These are the plugs, okay? And we are running off on the plug, but not even taking care of them. We got to stop doing that, okay? And then once you get your credit the way that you want, you then start incorporating larger names, Capital Ones, the Discovers, the American Expresses, the Chase, and not all at once, but slowly but surely, we start closing those high interest rate ones. Okay. It may drop your points a little bit, but we don't care because long term, we want to be able to show that healthy, we have healthy credit, we have reputable credit, we have reputable banks that are lending money to us. Because Credit One ain't gonna give you probably more than $1,200, but American Express can give you 12,000. Okay, Navy Federal can give you 20,000. You know what I'm saying? So once we get our scores the way that we want, we need to add better names and close one, one at a time, not right away, but start closing out some of those that we don't need because they actually will drag you down. Okay, so because you don't need them, so they actually show that it's not good for you to have it than it is for you to have it. Okay. Let's see. And Miss Aura, if they're not showing the person's name of the taxes, that's usually because of what I just said. They like to play those games and do outrageous numbers on people's taxes and then run away. So I never want to do somebody's taxes and my name not be on it. Okay, Mary says, is it true that you can't claim the total cost of a home improvement for 1 year? It has to be depreciated over time. That is very, very true. If you are taking advantage of any type of credit, solar energy credit, say you got you went and got solar panels. I'm gonna tell you, I had one lady, she paid about $30,000 for some solar panels, and them people told her, oh, you will get all that money back at tax time. And she was mad at me. But then I had to pull out the regulation to show her that, hey, the IRS says you can only claim 30% for the next 5 years until it's all written off. So yes, if you have any type of credit like that, you will not be able to take 100% of the value at that time. You have to do it you have to break it up, divvy it, and you're going to have to do it over a certain amount of years. Okay. Unfortunately, a lot of people got mad because they found that out. But yes, so before y'all go out and y'all run and y'all buy these things, even if y'all ran out and bought a Tesla, before you go out and buy it, you need to see if you're going to get a 100% credit when you do your taxes, or is it going to be broken up over years? Okay. And more than likely, because the government is the government and they're not trying to cut y'all $83,000 tax refunds, they're going to have you break it up over the years. Now, remember, I say this is very important. Anytime the government is giving you tax credits, they are incentivizing you to take advantage of where they want the industry to go, to move to. So if they're doing a lot of stuff on, if they want you to get solar, they want you to get these cars that don't have gas, they are already telling us that, hey, we are trying to move towards clean and green, green energy. So we're going to add those credits in the tax code so that more of you can do it. They ain't gonna say, go buy this solar efficient washing machine. They're not gonna tell you to do it like that. They give it to you as a credit in your taxes. So anytime you want to know where the industry is going or what the world is, what are we moving on to next in the future, just look at the tax code. They already letting you know. Okay, a lot of people don't know that, but I don't have to guess what we're finna do next or what the country is moving towards. Because the tax code is already done. That's why they write this thing, and it's already written for 5 years in advance. Okay, this is already written ahead of time before it even became a thing. Okay, so what are they talking about? Hold on, talking about they detected inactivity. I'm so done with TikTok. Hold on, y'all. All right, let me see what it's saying. Wait a minute. All right, hold on. They just be tripping for no reason. Okay. Hey, late bloomer, how are you? Hey, Miss Mahalia. Thank you, Miss Mary. I hope I answered your question. All right, late bloomer says, how do I claim business travel on my taxes? You can claim business travel on your taxes on a Schedule C, but the only way you're going to be able to claim business travel on your taxes is if you actually have a business so that they have the reason to use the Schedule C. Okay, if all your jobs are W-2 and you traveling with your job, because I had a job, I traveled, it was a W-2. I couldn't write a damn thing off. Now I may have some personal expenses, but you can't. Your personal expenses don't even give you any money back. Okay, so in order to change that refund up or down, you would have to have a 1099, okay, or a business, or you can have both. You have to have a reason to use the business form if you're going to write off business expenses. But if you have a W-2 job and that's the only job you have, you cannot write off, you cannot go and write off no business travel because there's not going to be anywhere to put it. Okay. So you must have a business or a 1099. All right. Okay. Miss Erica says, my husband has to pay $150 a month for a purchase interest charge if the balance isn't paid. And is that to the IRS or are you talking about credit card? Okay. For a purchase interest charge if the balance isn't paid. Oh yeah. So now there are credit cards that will make you pay in full. Okay. I can tell you right now, when you get business credit, and a lot of y'all probably don't know, but when you get business credit, if it's not a credit card, your full balance is expected to be repaid at the end of your pay period, whether you have a net 30, which means you pay it in 30 days, you have a net 45, you pay it in 45 days, or 55, you pay it in 55 days. But you are expected to pay 100% of what you owe. There is no, let me put something on it. Okay. I do want people to understand that I love business credit, but I don't want y'all running out here thinking that y'all gonna have a whole bunch of credit cards from the business and your personal. Okay. Because a lot of times in the business credit, you're not even going to start out with credit cards. You're going to start out with lines of credit from different retailers or stores. But you are expected to pay it back in full. Okay. Thank you, Trash Girl, for helping. I appreciate that. Okay. Let me see. How should I get my credit score from the 700s to high 780s? That's a great question. But again, when we talk about stuff like that, I would have to see what you could do, what your credit looks like now, to be able to tell you. I don't like speaking in generalities when it comes to credit because everybody's credit situation is different. You may have 700s and you may have no balances on your cards. That could be why it's not up. Or you could have too much usage on your card, or you have not enough credit. I mean, could be a slew of reasons, but the only way to know, and that's why I tell y'all got to book the appointment. We'll just use your Credit Karma. That's fine. That gives me an overview of what you have going on to be able to tell you. There are little things, like Trash Girl wrote, your utilization, keeping things low, but it all depends because everybody's credit situation is different. Okay. So I don't like to just throw out one thing because that may not be your situation. That may not be what it's going to take for you. And let me also say, the reason why a lot of us don't have 800s is because a lot of us just don't have time. We don't have the history. Okay. If you filed bankruptcy before, how many 18-year-olds got an 800 credit score? They don't. And if they did, it's probably because their parents added them as a authorized user a long time ago, so they have history. But if you are fairly new, you probably just started. Sometimes it doesn't come that quick. I won't lie. History plays a big part. And if you don't believe me, go and look at the 5 things that play into building your credit. And if you don't have them all, or you don't meet them all, you won't get all the full points that you are expecting to get. Okay. All right. Miss Ora, you say your sons. What about your sons? What I missed? Let me know. Thank you, Trash Girl, for that. It says, I don't have any negative accounts. Even paying them down only tops it out at 720. Right. So if you pay everything off, then to me, if you don't have anything negative, and you're paying it off, probably that one thing that's probably missing is you don't have the history. So what you can do if you don't have the history and you want to boost it up, I would recommend you getting a trade line that is older from someone else that has that may have like 20 years on it. Okay. Now, I'm not going to tell you to keep it on there for 3 months because sometimes that 3 month rotation is not going to be enough. You may want to keep it on there for 6 months or so to help give you the boost that it needs. Okay. Because remember, your credit score is like a stew. You got to cut onions, you got to put bell peppers, you got to put carrot. All of these things have to play in it to make it taste good, to make that soup taste good or that stew taste good. Same thing with your credit. There are factors. So we don't want to just put something in real quick and take it out. Sometimes when you get these trade lines, y'all have to pay and let them sit. The credit game is always pay to play. If you don't have the money to play, sit down and come back later when you can. Okay. The main thing is just focusing on removing anything that should not be there. Another thing, a lot of people never think about this, but just removing remarks from your credit report will absolutely boost your score. Okay. When y'all dispute y'all credit and y'all know how it says customer disagrees, dispute resolved. Okay. I don't want that on there. I'll tell them quick, take that remark off. I don't, and it's not for everybody to know. Okay. So sometimes removing remarks, but you know what? A lot of y'all won't see it unless you get the big report I was telling y'all about. Some of y'all will not even see that it says that customer disagrees. Now you probably can see that, but sometimes y'all don't see the other comments. I've seen stuff. Customer had a natural disaster. Nobody needs to know that. Take that off. If it's to me, the less they know, the better. Okay. So anything that you don't think should be there, have it off. Okay. You don't want them all in your business, remove it. Those things do they do work. Okay. Okay, Miss Ora says I add both of my sons very early on my credit cards. I'm telling you, those are the only people I know that have high credit scores at a young age is because their parents added them on. History makes a big difference. That is why, and I'm gonna say mostly Caucasian. I ain't gonna say black folks. I don't see that too often. But you will see that a lot of older white people have high credit scores, not just because they pay their bills off, but because they 60. They have years in this. So that's why most people look at the man. What's that rich guy? Oh God. He just went to jail. Him and his wife. They had that TV show. Y'all know who I'm talking about. But y'all see, when he went and got money from the bank, he went and used his mama credit. He ain't stupid. They know he uses mama credit because she has history, and the bank will be eager to loan money to an older person because they believe they're more credible. They're more, they're more trustworthy. They're low risk. Okay. So, this is why it's important, even as adults, we need to have good credit so that we can help our children, our kids that need us. Okay. It says, is it a charge card that you don't pay back all of it every month? A charge card is what you pay back every month. A credit card, a revolving credit card, is the one that you will pay the minimum. Okay. But a charge card, especially American Express, if you get a charge card, you're paying it back in full. Okay. I personally don't recommend anyone get those unless you are prepared. Because a lot of times you don't have that money. Anything can happen. And you messed up one time, now you can't get no more credit cards. Okay. So be mindful when you're getting credit, when there's no difference between credit cards and these charge cards. Okay. Let's see. Okay. All right. So does the IRS need to verify for AOTC? Joe Trigger, you asked me this already. They don't need you to verify, but the IRS will verify AOTC. AOTC is American Opportunity Tax Credit. They do verify. Okay. You are not going to tell these people that you went to school and you do not have a 1099, excuse me, a 1098T. Look in your the IRS gets information on you. So If they don't see a 1098 in your wage and income transcript, but you put down that you went, red flag. Okay. Now they ain't making as many mistakes as they used to. They are definitely not trying to cut these checks if they don't have to. So y'all have to be mindful of that. But yes, they verify that. Javel says, hey, I'm also a professional preparer and your content is so enlightening. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. I appreciate you too. Erica says, so if the credit card balance isn't paid by the end of the month, it's a chase account. Oh, okay. If it's not paid by the end of the month. Absolutely. They will get you like those type of cards I don't like. Now, I'm not going to tell you to close it or anything like that. What I will say is if you've already got a charge account through Chase, Chase has a lot of bank products. I would look at possibly getting a regular revolving credit card and keep that one. Don't close it because it's Chase. But I would not use it because that's what they do. Those are the type of cards they give to the celebrities. They give them a card, spend as much as you want, but you got to pay us back. And if you don't use it, we're going to charge you every month for not using it. Have y'all ever been charged for not using a credit card? They will. Or if you don't use your balance, they'll lower it because you're not using the credit card. You know what I'm saying? So if you are not a celebrity and you ain't making money like that, you need regular credit cards that you can make a minimum monthly payment versus having to pay the full amount. Okay. Because again, we don't know what's going to happen. Okay. Thank you, Crisley. That's his name. Crisley knows best. He sure did. Everything that man got, he got off of his mama. Now he got money too, but he knows she had credit history. And banks love that. Okay. So please be mindful when you are doing that. Okay. Yes, I don't mind if my kids' credit is better as long as I don't have any. But if I did, as soon as my child turned 13, and I told y'all, as soon as your child turned 13 years old, they should be on a credit card. Hopefully, you are responsible enough that you're not going to mess something up that messed them up. But at 13, hell, they got 5 years. You can mess up in 5 years and they'll still be good by the time they hit 18. Okay. But add them children at 13 and stop playing. Okay. I know somebody, I seen a lady, I think she was on Earn Your Leisure. And I was listening to her and I'm like, they got the wrong person when they're talking about credit. They need me. Okay. Because she was like, oh, I add my kids when they turn 18. I'm like, 18? You got 5 years you done messed up. That's 5 more years of history that child could use. So as soon as they turn 13, I would put them on a card as an authorized user. I would also lock their credit report so that nobody can steal that social or do anything else with it. And I would just let that thing bake like a cake in the oven and make sure by the time my child hits 18, they will be able to go and get whatever they want. But I'm also going to make sure that they have life insurance so that once they turn 18, they do not have to go to the bank to borrow. They can go right to their own life insurance policy and withdraw money from their own money that they've earned, building up building up their, what's the word I'm thinking of? Building up their cash value, building up their cash value. And then now they can borrow from themselves and they ain't got to go ask nobody else. So it's a lot of things y'all can do to prepare your kids to be in a much better situation than our parents left us. Okay. And it ain't hard. But again, you do have to pay to play. So you will be coughing up some money. Late Bloomer says, well, like car loan, about 10K, improve my credit if I only have 2 credit cards with 10% usage. Me personally, when it comes to credit, you don't have to do anything dynamic. So if you're trying to improve your credit, there is no need to rush out and go and get a car. Now, if you want a car because you need one, fine. But you can do something as simple as adding a trade line, and it will do the same thing as getting a car. Because remember, when you're buying a car, the only thing you're doing is adding a trade line to your credit report that shows that now you have a car payment. So instead of locking yourself into a $10,000 debt, which they're going to try to finance that over 5 years and make your payments low as hell, but they're going to stretch it out because they want all the interest from you. Just add a trade line and you can just pay a couple $100 one time and that's it. Okay. So sometimes y'all make credit very difficult because you don't realize that the process is the same. The algorithm is the same, All you have to do is put your ingredients, and you can put whatever ingredients you want. They don't have to be expensive. They can be cheaper things. You just want to do what it takes to move that algorithm, which moves your score up or moves it down. That is it. You don't have to do anything super hard. Okay. It says, are forgiven SBA loans going to be taxed? You mean the PPP? PPP loans are not going to be taxed. If you have, and the SBA is not forgiving any other loans. If you didn't pay your other loans, then you will are gonna find they're gonna snatch the money from you. Okay, soon they're gonna be selling y'all information to creditors, and then the creditors are gonna come after y'all, and that's what they're gonna put on your credit. So they're not gonna forgive. The only one they were forgiving was PPP, and that actually was forgiven through the bank. Okay, the SBA allowed the bank to forgive that. Okay, so I like to make sure we are speaking the same language. So when you say SBA forgiving loans, the SBA is not. Okay, the bank was for PPP. Okay, the SBA loans are the EIDL. All right. Sweetie says my business credit with one charge card or credit. It says with business credit, which one? Charge card or credit card better to have? Same thing. With business credit, I think it's the same. With business credit, it doesn't really matter if you have a charge card or a credit card because they're going to report the same way. So you have to choose based off of what your money can say you can do. Now, you making a whole lot of money, you know you're not gonna have a problem paying your bill off in full. Get a charge card. If you know that it ain't hitting like that, you might need to just get you a regular credit card and make your minimum monthly payments. It does not affect your business credit to be better or worse depending on which one you get. That's not a thing. Okay. It matters with business credit is what goes the input, which is the information that they put on to your credit reports. Okay. You're welcome, late bloomer. All right. Let me see. So if the credit card, all right, so Chase account is a personal account. Okay, so Eric, I hope I answered that. Hey, she fancy. Yeah, I know who that is. Okay. All right, let me see what y'all saying because y'all know it's after 8 o'clock, but I will. I don't mind. You can add your son at age 13. Okay. Okay, you say it's been 10 years. Okay, 10 years isn't bad, but 10 years compared to 50, 40, 30 years, big difference. Okay. So again, if you got something specific, we can look to see what you would need to do to get you there. And sometimes, I hate to say it, sometimes what's going to boost your credit is to use your dang on credit cards. Just having your stuff at zero, it doesn't help you either. Okay. The whole point of me giving you money is so that you can spend it because I want to earn money off of the interest. Plus, you got to pay me your regular principal. So if you're not using what I'm giving you, why am I going to reward you and keep increasing your credit score? That's not how it works. Okay. Unfortunately, credit is just like accounting. It's backwards. Okay. From what we've been taught, it's very backwards. It said, is it true that a chapter 13 falls off your credit after 7 years? Yes, it is true. A chapter 13 falls off your credit after 7 years, and a chapter 7 falls off your credit after 10 years, but they both fall off after 7 years because most credit reporting agencies are not going to keep them on there past that. But if you want to know legally what it says in black and white, that is what it says. Chapter 13, 7 years, chapter 7, 10 years. But you will see that after 7 years, it's going to fall off anyway. Now, I don't know if you saw me before, Miss Sonia, but I tell people all the time, bankruptcy can be removed off your credit. You do not have to wait 7 years for that thing to go. Okay. It can be removed. It's a bit more work, but it can. Okay. It says, I have trade lines if anyone needs them. Okay. Mama Franny, I don't know who that is, so I cannot vouch. I tell y'all, I go to tradelinesupply.com. They've been around a very, very, very long time. And yes, they're CPN friendly if anybody wants to know. But that is where the trade lines that I mostly tell people to buy. Now, I will say, just like Mama Franny did, now, if you got good credit, especially you, Lisa Renee, you got good credit, you got credit cards. I don't know why you guys aren't offering to add people as an authorized user on your accounts for a fee. Okay, I have a young lady that I work with. She is only, I don't even think she's 30 years old. She has great credit, very high credit limits, and she gets with me and says, "Hey, I'm ready." And she's charging people $400 or $500 per person to be added onto her credit cards for 3 months. Okay, so if you do have good credit, you should be using that to help put money in your pocket, because there will always be more people with bad credit than there are people with good credit. Always. Okay. All right. Okay, I answered that. Chrisley knows better. Yep, y'all got that. Okay. Let me see if I'm gonna make sure I didn't miss anyone. Okay, I'm telling you, Lisa Renee, go on and add your son to the credit card so your son don't have to be on here on the live talking about how to get a 780. Okay, that's how you do it. That is what rich folk do. Okay, you think Donald Trump daddy didn't prepare him to be rich? Absolutely. They take all them good little juicy secrets, these same gems I'm sharing with y'all, and they put them in the family, and they do this for each other. Why? Because we all might need to borrow from each other one day. We all might need to go in on a business one day. And I need y'all great credit to help me achieve it. And if I'm doing it all by myself, it's hard. But if it's a family thing and we all got 700s, ain't no bank telling us no. Okay, so that's exactly how y'all need to look at it. It's a family affair. You got good credit, you need to add somebody in your family who does not, so that they have the opportunity to do the same doggone thing. You just need to be responsible and make sure that you don't go crazy with your utilization, or just not pay it, and then you messed yourself up, and then you also hurt the other person as well. All right. Okay. Let me see. How do we advertise? If you want to advertise that you have that you want to do that, to add, to allow people to be added. I mean, there are companies. Okay, I'll give you an example. Go to Trade Line Supply. They will absolutely take you on as a customer and will sell your trade lines for you. Okay, they will. That's not something I'm necessarily interested in. It's a bit much. It's a bit too much work for me personally, because I care too much. I've been done called you, girl. You done spent $5, and you need to go and pay that $5 off. I don't want to get involved because I get too, I get carried away because I get very, very involved in it. But you can go to companies like Trade Line Supply and say, hey, I want to sell. I want to use my credit cards, and they absolutely will give you a contract and will use your information. Now, if you want to, but they set the price, not you. That's the difference. Okay. But if you want to do it on your own, you advertise it on Facebook, or again, use your family and friends. And you can reach out and touch somebody that got bad credit. That's just how many of them there are out there. Okay. And it says, how long does it take to build your business credit? It takes 4 months to build business credit. Okay. You only need to have 4 months invested, and you will be able to start building business credit and start to be able to get you some of these accounts that you want. Remember, it's pay to play. You got to pay, you got to buy things in order for them to report, in order to build your business credit. It does not just happen overnight like that. So 4 months, right? And let me see if I missed anything else. Thank you, Sonia. Okay. Says, I'm with it. My score is 820. I'm telling you, if your score is 820, there you go. Look at that. Lisa Renee and Mama Franny, y'all need to talk. Okay. Bam. There goes somebody with an 820 credit score that is looking to sell their authorized user so that it helps somebody else. So there you go. Just make sure the credit is legit. Make sure you look at the report so you can see what their utilization is looking like. But there goes. And you need to make sure it's a real social, not a CPN, which is why I like to go to these companies, because they do all that work for you. You do not have to search. It says, then what stops them from messing up the credit if you add them? When you are doing an authorized user, that person is not getting a credit card. That is not what authorized user is for. When you add an authorized user, see, the bank designed the authorized user for you to allow someone else to have a card. But that's not what we are doing. They have realized that people have gotten smart about this, and now that's why they're limiting how many people you can add to your credit cards now. So what you do when you're helping someone is you call I want to add this person. You give them the name, the social, all of that. And then you have the card that has their name on it sent to you so that a person never uses it, because they're not using your credit limit to actually charge. They're only using your reporting history to put on theirs to boost their score. That is it. Okay. So anytime you do authorized user, you don't give nobody your card. I don't trust nobody like that, and you shouldn't either. All you're doing is lending them your reporting history. That is it. Okay. So whatever good things you do with that card, it shows with that account, it shows on the other person's credit report. That's why authorized user is good. But that's also why banks have stopped. I told you, credit one, you can't add nothing but one person. Try using somebody, try using Chase. A lot of them only let you add like 3-4 people now. You can't do no more because they know what you're doing it for. Remember, a bank is going to give you all the credit cards and give you a card for this person or that person because they want you to charge it so they can make money off of you. But that's not what you're doing. You're doing it to lend that credit history to somebody else. Okay. Says great job. Okay. All right. Let me see. So I'm gonna give y'all a couple minutes, see if y'all got any more questions for me. Look at Miss Aura, say her credit score 798. Well, Miss Aura, Miss Aura, why we even talk? Now it's tax season. All your customers that you have coming in there doing taxes, you should be asking them what their credit looks like. And if their credit ain't looking right, you should offer them the opportunity to be an authorized user on one of your accounts for a fee. You already doing their taxes. You already going to get money, get paid for them. Now you can add in a couple $100 and have it come out of their tax return. That way they don't even got to pay you. That's smart. Okay. So you can call me. We can talk about it later if you want, but you are in a great position because you have tax customers and they coming to you. And usually the tax people that the customers that come that ain't hardly making any money, those are the ones with bad credit. So you already know who they are. All right. Okay. So, all right. So y'all know it's over my 8 o'clock time. I usually do an hour, but whatever. Y'all know I love to do this. I can talk all day. So I'm gonna run back real quick because I always like to recap real fast. Make sure you do your borrower's defense. If you need the list, send me a message. I will send you the list. You can send me your email or your phone number, and I will send it to you. Please get these applications done. Okay. Please be smart. If you have not done your taxes or you plan on doing your taxes or somebody's doing your taxes, do not be like this lady with this $83,000 refund that she's expecting, which is really, really bad and not smart. Please go to Amazon Prime Premiere if you are an Amazon Prime customer so you can see your free movies in the movie theater and get your free popcorn and a drink. Okay. And what else we went over? We talked about lots of stuff with credit. If y'all got questions, y'all want to go over y'all stuff individually so that you we can, basically I tell you what it is you need to do to get your credit going in the way that you want it to be. That's a one-on-one thing. Holler at me. You can go to annualcreditreport.com. You can use the 800 number. You got to call the hotline to say you have visual impairment so that you can get the 3 copies of your credit report so that you can actually see them, so that when you dispute, you actually know what it says on your report, not the Credit Karma version. So please make sure you do that. And yeah, and again, if I have any veterans, I know Miss Cynthia, I ain't seen her on here tonight, but if you are a veteran and y'all want, I did compile a big, large list of some freebies. Okay, some freebies, some discounts. There's a lot of stuff y'all probably didn't even know about. So if you want that, please contact me so that I can send it to you. Stop letting all of these entitlements go to waste because you don't know about them. Okay. And you said, what's the website is Trade Line Supply. Trade Line Supply is the website you can go if you want to buy trade lines. I trust them. And or you want to sign yourself up to sell your trade lines to other people so they can be authorized users because you have good credit. If you got good credit, you should be rewarded for it and getting paid for it. Okay. That is one way to do that. Okay. My website is shamikasaves.com. drill dose. If you're a veteran, please. My contact information is definitely on YouTube, but I'm gonna send you I'm gonna type in my email, shamikasaves@gmail. And that's for anybody too. If y'all just want to drop an email, you can go to shamikasaves@gmail and you can contact me. So I got tons of stuff to give y'all. And again, sorry I wasn't here last week. I was in I was in Minnesota, right by the Canadian border, on a free veteran 7-day trip. Okay, sleeping on frozen lakes and ice, and it was 0 degrees. And all I'm going to tell you is that I am too black for that. I probably will never do it again. It was a heck of an adventure. It was something to cross off the bucket list, but that one was not for me. Okay, but it may be for somebody else. So again, the whitewater rafting trip, if you're a veteran drill dose and you're interested, they are taking names for the June trip. You can be in the military or you can be a veteran and go. Okay. So love you guys. Y'all be blessed. It says, please pray for a single mom of 4, nothing. Okay. I tell you, they be trying. Okay. Okay. So y'all be blessed. If y'all need anything, y'all know where I am. You know the name, Shamika Saves, and that is. And also, thanks again for anybody who helped make the video go viral of the side chicks video. If you're new and you didn't see, yes, that was me. Me and my sister. And of course, we're gonna ride this till the wheels fall off. And I'm gonna just use it as a way to still help people doing what I do. Okay, so I will talk to you all soon. See you next Monday. If not, you got my number. Shoot me a text. If not, book an appointment. If not, text me or message me and I will message you back. Okay? Y'all have a good one. See y'all next week. Thank you, Miss Mary. Talk to you later, y'all. Bye.